Hi everyone, I'm here for another mystery reading. So this time we're going to see what the cards have in store for you. Keep in mind that this is general reading, so some of the things I might say might resonate, others won't. So only take what feels right for you. Let's get going with that. So I'm going to start off basing myself a bit on stuff that are pretty useful in astrology, even though this is not going to be a really horoscopy reading. But I thought that it could be interesting to link some of what I'm about to mention with some houses in astrology which are in the astral theme. There are 12 houses, and I'm going to base myself on the first, the ninth, and the 12th house to have more information that I could give to you that could be useful. That being said, let's see what's going on in your life as it is right now and the energy that you're in, and also the vision that you're giving, the kind of vibe you're giving off to people, and what it's looking like. So, if this is your reading, there's a lot about wanting to achieve things professionally or financially. There's a big emphasis on that. So, it seems that you're willing to, I don't know, enroll in a course or work, or maybe you're always wanting to compete with yourself or with other people, and you're in this energy of, I want to improve, I want things to go, I want to go further in life with what I do. I want to really educate myself on a subject. There's a big emphasis that's made on, I would like to be more performing. Is that a word? I think it is performant. There's a notion of wanting to become good or better at something, and very being engaged and involved in it and wanting to get better at it. So you want to kind of improve your finances, it feels, or you want to be able to find a way to somehow improve your status, your what is a bit kind of a warning I feel from life at this point is that you have to be really crystal clear about your intentions. Why are you willing to do that? Like, why are you doing it? What's the payoff? Does it come from a place in you of wanting to just become a better person, in the sense wanting to just educate yourself and have more tools to navigate life, and be able to have the resources to do the things you want to do, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that? Or is it just out of, I want to prove all the people and the ghosts from the past that I'm not as useless and pointless and meaningless and inadequate as they made me feel when I was younger? You need to be very careful about what is driving the motivation, what is driving you for wanting the things you want, because sometimes it seems like it's obvious. It's like, of course I want that because I want to get a better education, because I want to make more money, and I want to be able to afford like a better quality of life, and I want my family to be in a place where they have more options in their lives, and those things. So that could be one thing, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to be pretty clear of why you're doing the things you're doing, the way you're doing them, if it makes sense, and from there to start digging if it comes from a genuine kind of want to move forward, or just kind of pushing away from yourself and trying to sort of prove yourself that you're not, this thing that you feel is unworthy, or that this approach to life where it feels that you'll never be good enough, it'll never be enough, you know what I mean? So there's something very big on wanting to get out of a situation, but you need to be careful why you want to get out of there, in the sense like what drives you to get out of there. Otherwise it'll be really troublesome for you to move forward with that. What else do I have for you when it comes to what you're sort of looking for at the moment? What is kind of the driving force what are you seeking? Let's see, what are you seeking right now? Okay. The overall theme is getting clearer. You want to be, I think you want to be part of something, yeah. you want to be part of something. Maybe you felt like you were left out, a bit cast out, or maybe because of your life circumstances, it was really hard to sort of blend in with the people around you. And what you were, the environment, maybe social economic background, and where you come from, and maybe you're not really you were not raised in an environment that felt very nurturing and that felt very safe. So this want for more and perhaps for greater safety, so to speak, comes with wanting to sort of blend in with people maybe from a different culture than you, and maybe that's why it's something that is so strong and so dear to you, wanting to achieve and excel in something because nobody in your family was able to do it, or something along those lines. And the thing here is that it feels that it's not bringing you like the happiness that you thought it would. Maybe you thought that being able to achieve something in a certain way and getting there would be kind of the source of the key to solve all your problems. And perhaps you thought that once this could be sorted out, I don't know, like getting the career, getting the job, getting the right partner, things would kind of fall into place gradually, naturally, and that it would be it, and you would be over with your troubles and the things that you had to deal with and to sort of overcome in your life, like recurrently, as if it was a sort of pattern of, okay, this is happening again and I want it to stop, so I need to find a way to be able to make it stop, if it makes sense. So here it kind of feels that you're kind of running in circle with that, and you don't really know exactly what you can do to sort of change it and prevent it. And at the same time, a part of you feels like that there's another way, an alternative to go around your current perhaps issue at the moment, which is a very actually interesting energy, because it feels that you sort of know that what you're looking after is not going to fully kind of be it in your life and bring this massive change that you want to bring. And at the same time, you kind of feel that you're doing your best, and if it's kind of sort of working, maybe we just keep going. It's this thing where when you invested in something, the idea of having to say to yourself, maybe it was a mistake and this was not actually worth kind of investing in, because you already invested so much. It's a kind of psychological bias or something. You don't want to say to give up, because you feel you gave in so much of your time, of your energy, you name it. And here I feel that the message is, it's never too late to kind of reassess. Quite on the contrary, sometimes it's good to reassess, to really know where you stand, to see if it matches your values and all that, and to kind of move from there. So there's no shame in actually changing your mind. I think the core of the message is along those lines. There's no shame in changing your mind. And if something is not working the way you want to, then change the recipe. If the dish is shit, you got to change the recipe. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with something that's mediocre, that you keep eating, knowing that's not fulfilling and that doesn't taste so good. So here, yeah, the message is kind of, you don't like the outcome, you don't like what it looks like, you might as well just want to change it. And from there, you might be able to see different results, because you're putting in different actions, different things. So I can completely understand that this reading could be kind of overwhelming if you feel shit like I feel in this situation. But I feel that the message also, the hope that is there, and the sort of feeling that not all is lost, is because that human connection is so important, and that if you sort of reach out, maybe you'll find people in similar situation as you, or you can actually inquire, ask people around you that have been through what you've been through, and that will maybe give you tools and maybe just another vision, another perspective on what you're going through, and that could make the whole difference and drag you out of the sort of feeling that you've sort of maybe betrayed yourself, or that you got caught up into wanting to do something that was not really what was meant for you to begin with, if it makes sense. So it's a very intense reading with a lot of energy. Let's see to what has to be sort of, released, in the sense kind of you like getting out of wanting to control, surrendering to something. There's something about remaining authentic to your core values and to keep objective when you're dealing with emotional problems, and seeing where the blockages are and where you feel that you're not, quote unquote, I don't really like this term, but achieving, and from then kind of breaking the beliefs you have around this underachievement or those blockages, just by being yourself, in essence, just by being truly kind of honest, like brutally honest with yourself. And this will lead you to a better understanding of who you are, and maybe also coming up with, like I was saying, new ways of doing things, especially if what you've been kind of used to hasn't proved very efficient. Basically, it's a simple kind of don't give up, and it's not because something didn't work out that it's going to be like terrible and inefficient all the time. Maybe it's just that the approach was not quite right, but the kind of intention behind it is good, or reciprocally, maybe the intention is really shit. And as soon as you kind of shift gears on why you want to do what you're doing, things will slowly and surely fall into place and be much easier to handle and to tackle. So that will always depend on your current situation and where you're at the moment. But the message here, the global idea is just like try to be as authentic as you can, and things will just kind of unwrap and unravel in the best way possible. Let's see what the kind of advice is. Yeah, there's a need to stop fighting, to stop wanting to fight for something, for an ideal, for maybe some family traditions and heritage that deep inside are not yours anymore, that you don't really share anymore. And from then, it's really hard to kind of question things that you've been raised in essence, but that's what's required. As soon as you'll get out of this mindset of it has to be that way because it has always been like that, if you can kind of free yourself from that, it'll be much easier to keep going in your life and to know and be very assertive with what's important for you and why you want to invest time, energy, or you name it on it. So stop fighting, start assessing and addressing what is important, and this will lead to tremendous, I think, opportunities when it comes to your career, work, and also relationships, how to make them more soothing and peaceful and simpler. Simplicity, making it simple, making it digestible, so to speak, kind of making it in a way that people around you can hear you and can understand you. You know what I mean? There's something along those lines, like how can I be heard and how can I verbalize what my needs are in the most efficient way possible. All right, I think that's it for me. I hope this mystery reading was out of service. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.